All been raised on television to believe that one day we'd all be millionaires and movie gods and rock stars. But we won't. We're slowly learning that fact. We're very, very pissed off.
Hi guys, welcome to Wrench of Fury Garage. My name is Mario. Today I'm just going to show you the dimensions that I took for the driver's side door and the passenger side door. That's all I have done to the Bronco since I last drove the truck. I just took the dimensions down so I have a reference point. So basically this is what I did. Now when you guys do your project, you got to start out by taking the dimensions like other YouTubers doing Bronco projects. They always mention that you write down the dimensions for the door openings because when you start putting things back, you want to make sure that everything is square. Take pictures, just have a reference and have two references because write it down on a notebook, take pictures, because if you lose your notebook, at least you have a second reference point to go by. What I did here is I did it on a PowerPoint presentation. Yeah, you don't have to be all fancy about doing this. Again, you can just use a notebook and a piece of pencil, a piece of paper and pencil to do this. But I just chose to do it on PowerPoint because with this I can show more details. And again, this project is going to be long-term. It's going to take me months, maybe even years to complete this. So I just wanted to have something very detailed with the dimensions that I took. So I just want to point out here the passenger side front door post compared to the original. Now I know this is the original doorpost right here. I know that it hasn't been changed nor modified. This is the all original, and this is the reproduction right here. And the reproduction part, it looks a little different. You can tell by these upper and lower humps. The dimensions aren't really quite the same. It's a reproduction part. That's how they come. You know, it's not very close to the original unless it was made from the original stamping of the panel. But I know this is going to pose a problem. As one YouTuber already pointed out, the back plate of this, another panel that's welded to this on the back, it does not sit flush to the apron of the front fender. So that's going to have to be modified so that it's flush with the apron when I start welding things together. So that's the front doorpost. This is the rear doorpost here. The rear doorpost looks very close to the original. On the next page here, I started writing down in paint marker the dimensions that I got. Now my dimensions are going to be different from your truck. These are just the dimensions that I got for mine. It's going to vary. I mean, you can use these dimensions if you need to. The door is still pretty square. The gaps are evenly spaced. So when I do my build, I'm going to do the driver's side first before I start changing these panels on the passenger side, because I want to be able to use this as a reference. On the driver's side, same thing. The front door post was manufactured from the same manufacturer, I guess. So there's not much changes there from what I had already described. This lower door hinge right here was in bad shape. As you saw in the video, this hinge right here can be moved in and out because I guess the previous owner just tried to fill in the gaps with by welding it, but it broke over time. That's why when I open this door, it sags and scrapes against the lower rocker panels. So that's what I'm gonna have to do first, is replace this this front door post. Now I want to try and save as much of the original metal as I can, but from looking at this door post here, I looked at the back side and it's in really poor condition. So I'm better off just replacing this the whole door post panel. Again, you know, this truck is not going to be a show quality truck, so these reproduction parts will have to do. The rear door post right here, again, it closely resembles the original. This is pretty much gone. This door striker post right here, it moves in and out, so that's done. This panel needs to be replaced. So here I did the same thing. I took the dimensions. Now the yellow points from edge to edge of the rear fender to the front fender of the truck. The red arrow is the raised portion of the rear door post to the raised portion of the front door post. Yellow is from edge to edge. Red is to the flat part where this white paint marker is, to the door hinge. Again, this dimension is going to change depending on the thickness of the hinge. I know this hinge has been replaced. It's not the original. I don't know if it's the same thickness as the original. I also bought new hinges, so depending on the thickness of those hinges, this dimension is going to change. But you know, again, this just serves as a reference. The green arrow points to the upper hump of the front door post to the upper hump of the rear door post. The red arrow here points to the flat part of the door post to the flat part of the rear door post, just right below the door striker. Yellow is from edge to edge of the front fender. Green arrow is the lower hump of the front door post to the lower hump of the rear door post. Next one is the dimension of the flat part of the rear door post to the hinge, lower hinge of the front door. And lastly, the yellow arrow points to the front fender edge to the rear fender edge. So that's it. All I did again the past few days was just take dimensions, door gap dimensions, tailgate gap dimensions, hood gap dimensions, and the engine bay opening dimensions, as well as the truck bed dimensions. That's all I did. As soon as I move all the stuff, I'm not gonna call it junk because I just have a bunch of tools in my garage, and it just needs to be cleared out and cleaned. And then once I do that, I'll move the 67 Camaro out of the garage and then proceed with moving in the Bronco, so I can start the build process. Oh, I forgot to mention on the next page here. Now, what I plan on doing is removing the wheels and then setting the frame on a jack stand. And then I'm going to make sure that the frame is level with the floor. Now, one good thing about the Bronco is that the truck is very boxy, so everything just needs to be level and square. You know, when you weld in the front door post, the rear door post, it just has to be level with the rocker panels, and then the rocker panels just have to be level with the frame and the floor. So that's how I'm going to go about doing my build. So that's it. That's all I did the past few days. Just take dimensions, and as soon as I clear out the garage, I'm going to start the Bronco build. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching Rancho Fury Garage. My name is Mario. I'll see you guys on the next video.